honestly say we have an intense ava, even a basic ava for Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Uh-huh. Second, it's the ninth of
Ava is usually.
so Rabbi Furst, Havos Halavovos.
Thank you, Lou. Yeah, we're talking about the Orlis Alev, the covering over of the person's lave. And lave, as we mention all the time, lave means his mind. And so what's this Orlis Alev? This Orlis Alev is that which interferes with a person's ability to recognize primarily his relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So as I said, we say in Kriya Shema, Ava is not a parva emotion. Ava is a very positive, strong emotion. Now, as I mentioned before, Ava as what we refer to, uh, even though we translate that as being love in English, but unfortunately, as I said many times, we've been tainted by Hollywood and and all the other aspects of our gullus that what we think love is based upon what the goyim think love is, and that's completely different and completely wrong according to what the Torah is considering love. Love is basically compassion, mercy, having the affinity and desire to help somebody uh, to the extreme uh, extent possible, and but nevertheless, it's still an extreme and positive emotion. So where's this extreme positive emotion when it comes to a Kadosh Baruch Hu? For most of us, we'd probably say it's lacking. A son feels love towards his parents, right? So logically speaking, even without the emotional aspects involved, but logically speaking, because if he would just give some thought to the many things his parents have and do for him, he would come to a realization of his debt of gratitude, and that should be expressed by having love and compassion, mercy upon his parents, love for his parents, and when it comes to Kadosh Baruch Hu, he does much, much more than our parents have done for us. So where's this lack of love towards the Kadosh Baruch Hu? The lack of love is based on the fact that we have what this is called here the Orlus Halev. Our minds have become separated from the realizations we have to have about a Kadosh Baruch Hu, right? So we have to remove those barriers that have been created by this Orlus Halev. And then we'll come to a clear realization of our relationship, what we owe, and how we're supposed to feel towards the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, let's see. Orlas Alev. Baal Lamed Sheikar HaTshuva HaHakana.
Hakno is
Hakna.
humility. Hakno.
So we learn, okay, from the essence of Teshuvah, humility. Okay. Uh, let's see. V'amar bi av melachim harya ki nikna achab mipnei v'kitibo.
So the pasuk in Malachim says, "Varisa ki nichne Achav Bipanai. So maybe it's worthwhile seeing that pasuk. That's Achav. We're talking about Achav. He was a king, not a very righteous king, but nevertheless a king amongst the Jewish people. Um, let's see where that pasuk exactly is. Okay, that's in Malachim Aleph, Perak Chaf Aleph, Pasuk Chaf Tes. That's Pasuk Chaf Tes. Let's take a look. Chaf Aleph, Chaf Tes. Yeah, yeah, very good. Um, yeah, anyone, you want to read the Nach you have there, the perhaps the
I don't have it available right now.
mhm.
Looking for what was the chapter and verse again, please?
That was Malachim Aleph. That was Perak Chaf Aleph, chapter 21. Uh, chapter 21. Uh, we could start if you want. You could read from the beginning, a little bit from the beginning. 23. You can put pasuk 23. Chapter 21, pasuk 23.
21. Okay, I got 21. Let's see, 23. Let's see. And will make thy house like the house of Yerovam, the son of Nevat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahiah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger, and hast made Israel to sin. Okay, now here's 23. And to Isabel also the Lord spoke, saying, the dogs shall eat Isabel by the wall of Yisrael, him that dies. Okay, that was 23.
Keep going. You can keep going.
Him that dies of Achav in the city in the city the dogs shall eat, and him that dies in the fields the birds of the air shall eat. But there is none like Achav, who did give himself over to work wickedness in the sight of the Lord, whom Isabel, his wife, did incite. And he did very abominably in following idols according to all things, as did the Amori, whom the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. And it came to pass, when Achav heard those words, that he rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his flesh and fasted and lay in sackcloth and went softly.
He took it very seriously. He was a bit shaken up over this.
Yeah,
It's not really. It's not like. It's not just like getting a letter from the IRS. He's getting a real indictment over here.
I don't know. Those IRS letters can be pretty frightening.
Yeah, Lolena. So, yeah, but this here, you got the prophet talking to you. Um, yes, so what happened? Let's see the end of it. The last few psukim.
Okay, and the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbe, saying, "Seest thou how Achav humbles himself before me? Because he humbles himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his days, but in his son's days I will bring the evil upon his house." And they continued 3 years without war between Aram and Yisrael.
So you see, this last point is what we need. What we that you see, hachna, the humility that Achav assumed after he heard what was going to all these terrible things that was going to befall him and his family. So he humbled himself, and Kadosh Baruch Hu was very very uh, accommodating because of the fact that he humbled himself, rather than all those things that the prophecy was supposed to take place upon him in his days. It was delayed. So you see the great benefit of hachna, humility, especially in doing tshuva. So
Right.
that's what he's bringing down here. Okay, let's continue on.
Let's see. Where are we?
Right, it says here, Risi, that was the pasuk, right? We see Risi nichne Achav, Achav had humbled himself b'fanai, in front of Hashem. He went with humility.
Okay, let's see. Amlachim ayu hochim b'gava. Okay, ubekol ha mole v'davar yadua ki im chisro chisorin v'hakna'a avonotav shel adam mitkafrin.
Mikaprim, they are from Kapora. There's an atonement for them.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Avodah Zarah. That's Avodah Zarah, Ayin Zion.
Yes.
Okay. Amar David.
No, I think Mechaprim, V'al Zeh, and on this, not about
Oh,
V'al Zeh.
V'yalzeh. Okay. Amar David, and this is in Tehillim. Ra'inei v'amale v'gomer.
So I'll tell you where this pasuk is here.
It's 25. Let's see.
That's in Perek Chav Hey, pasuk Yud Ches.
Yud Chet. Okay, so it says Re'eh aniyeh v'amali v'sa l'chol chatotai. Behold my affliction and my toil, and take away all my sin. Huh.
Right. Very good. that's the reaction of David in terms of his being impoverished, ane from the word same word as oni, impoverishedness.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Any Hokim Amar Niye al Hakna'ah Ve'amale al Hayisurin.
So David first said, right, that that he was saying to Hakadosh Baruch he should look at his impoverishedness and all his efforts and how he bears all of his sins, right? And he's ani al no, he's impoverished and he's humbled and he's putting forth efforts over the sake of his impoverished, putting forth efforts because of his all his sufferings.
Okay, let's see. V'chein shomer tamid ki ani ve'evyon ani. It's like it's from another psalm.
So David never viewed himself as a person of means and of stature. He just viewed himself as a measly type of a person.
Okay. Bi'uru niknas u tava lachzot b'tzel rachamecha.
This is a pasuk that's also reflecting the explanation of these psukim hachna u'mis'aba achsois, that David was humble and he desired that he should be uh, enveloped in the Rahmanis, the mercy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Oh, okay. Afal pi shemafarshim pirshu bo lefi uh, shigirash oto banu min ha milachot.
Nahamalchus
Malchot.
from the monarchy. He, the Mefarshim usually explain this pasuk that David was praying for the welfare of his son, I guess Shlomo, in remaining in his malchus, in his kingdom.
Huh. Okay. Shmachot. V'chein amru b'midrash Pnei Eloi hineni ki yachid v'ani no ki yachid ani no ve'ani ani v'chi David yachid haya v'halo ketiv. Okay.
Continue. Continue, Mayor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What's that from? No, it's from. Okay. Otsam Hashishi David v'Hashvi'i v'ki ani haya v'halo ketiv v'hine be'enei be'enai maybe hakinoti levet Hashem zahav kichrim mea aleph v'kesef elef alafim kikar.
So, so he's asking a question. David is making all these statements about how poor he is, right? So I asked the question, was David really a poor person? Because it's not written, Hinei beinai, hakichnoi, lebeis Hashem, zahav kikorim, mea, elef, 100,000 bars of gold, kesef, elef, alafim kikar, and silver bars, there are a thousand, 2,000 kikar, bars and bars of gold and silver. We want to learn that David Melech was poor.
Okay, let's see.
He
Ella
certainly wasn't
Amo.
poor. No, David was certainly not poor. He's not talking about being poor in physical with physical means. He was very rich. David was king. He had quite amount of resources.
Uh-huh. Okay. Ella Amar David Lifnei Hakadosh Baruch Hu Lefi Shetatani Melech Abanecha. Let's see. Bani Yachid Knegdam V'chulam Tzrichin Li V'einehem Talyot Bi Bani Einai Talyot B'cha L'chol Yachid Bani Ani.
So David obviously was a rich person. Ella Amar David, David said in front of Hashem, the fish in Isatni Melech al Banecha, Ani Yechid Inegdam. See, since you placed me as to be a king over your children, Ani Yachid, I'm only one person. Connect them against all of them. Kulam Srichinli, they all need me. Reinehem Taluyabi, all of them are people who are looking at me. Mane Aini Taluyah Bech. And is it not that I should look therefore towards you? Therefore, I'm considered only to be like one person and a poor person.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, so we see proof that David, in spite of the fact that he was wealthy, in spite of the fact that he was king, nevertheless he humbled himself and realized everything, all his successes were coming from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Okay, now we turn to the next page, page 3, the first paragraph on page 3.
Okay,
You can continue on.
will do. Gam Itchayav Bahat Shuvah She Yavosh Al Avo, no. Melifnei, I always forget. Hashem Yishtabach.
Hashem
Uh,
Yisbarach. Lifnei Hashem Yisbarach, right.
okay. Ke'eved, Shafal, Shechamara, Pimelech Gadol, Kamohu Yitbarach.
You see that a person who's about tshuva, he should yishuvush halavon. He should be embarrassed because of his sins. Right, that's his first and primary emotion, to be embarrassed because of his sins, and before Hashem, ke'eved shafol lemara pi melech gadol, that a servant who had rebelled against the great king.
Okay, let's see. Zehu, Kufav.
Kol v'chom, that's the kol v'chomer.
Oh, okay. V'zehu kol v'chomer, she'ein ala teshuvah, sheharehu bosh, v'niklam shelo, yargishu, lo yavinu, v'avirotav.
So it's a kol v'chomer, even more so. She'ein alav teshuva. There's no answer to this. Sharihu bosh. He's embarrassed, niklam, and abashed. Shelo yargishu, that he doesn't feel this way. Lo yavinu ba'virusav, and he's not sensitive to his averas, to his sins.
Oh, wow. Okay. V'af, ki yesh lo hitbayesh, macho shel olam, hayodea makshrotav v'hu bochein libot uklayot.
Yisha'af ki yesh lo yizvayesh mamalacho shel olam. He should be embarrassed from the king of the world. Hodea. Mokshavos, Hashem knows his thoughts. Bochen libos v'kalayos. Kadosh Baruch Hu examines hearts and kidneys.
Oh, kidneys. Okay. The Avodah Zara, Amru, Razal, Bisha'ah, B'tirato shel Rabban Yochanan ben Zachai, Amru lo, Tamidav, Rabbeinu, Borchenu. Okay, so they want him to bless them.
Right.
They want him to bless them. Okay. Amar lahen yihiratzon sheyehei mora shamayim aleichem. So he's telling them that what the fear of heaven should be on them.
Right. When the Talmidim came, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, they asked him, the Rebbe, that he should bless them, the Talmidim. He said, Yiratzon, it should be to you, years Shemayim Kimora Basav Adam. You should have fear from Hashem just like you have fear from people.
Ah, Amrulo Tamidav, Rabbeinu, Adkan Vitulo.
That's it. I mean, that's the bracha you have to give us. That we should only have fear from Hashem like Basar V'dam. That's it. Seems like a very minimal bracha to them.
Uh-huh. Amar Lahen, V'ulai, Tid'u, Sharei Adam, Over Avera, Beseter.
So he answered to them that Ulai, meaning if only you would have that amount of fear from Hashem, like you do by Basar V'dam. Why? Shaharayam over Aver B'Seisem. People do Averas in private, right? That you don't do it in public. Why? Because they're afraid to do it in public. They're afraid of people.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. The Omer, Al Irani Adam, Yomer El, maybe you're right. Rani Adam, the Eino, Omer El, Yiraeni Hamakom.
Right? They say people don't see me, but what they think Hashem doesn't see them. So this is
Uh-huh.
Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai's proof to his Talmidim that if they only if they would have fear of Shemayim like they have fear of people, a lot of people would not do any sins.
Ah, right. Okay. וזה העניין מפורש בכתוב שאמר in Yirmiyah. Let's see, בשתי וגם נכלמתי כי נשאתי הרפת נעוריי.
See this pasuk in Yirmiyah. So it's in Perik Lamed Aleph in Yirmiyah Lamed Aleph pasuk Yud Ches.
This is Yirmiyahu.
Yes,
I'm sorry, what was the chapter and verse again?
chapter Lamed Aleph, pasuk Yud Ches.
Lamed Aleph, Yud Ches. Lamed Aleph, Yud Ches, 18. Thou hast chastised me, and I was chastised like an untrained calf. Turn me back, and I shall be turned, for thou art the Lord my God. Okay, here's 18. For after I had returned away, I repented, and after I was instructed, I smote upon my thigh. I was ashamed and even confounded because I did bear the reproach of my youth.
So this is an example how a person has to be embarrassed for his sins.
Okay. Let's see. Katuba makom acher. Kista. Kama pinino. Kibriot hachote shakadosh baruch hu ma'avir alavono the eno me'ansho kafi chatu yesh lo lahosif busha bilivavo.
We see here, and also there in Yirmiyah, Kisaser Kilamam Peninai, Ki Brios Hachaita, Hakadosh Baruch Hu Maver al Ovono, Ve'enu Ma'anshoy, Kefi Cheto. That it should be realized by the person who sins. Meaning the person who sins should realize the following. Kadosh Baruch Hu Ma'avir al Ovono, Kadosh Baruch Hu is overlooks his sin. He doesn't punish the person according to the actual sin that was done.
Hmm.
Who deals with us what we call it name Mishur Sedin. Who deals with us in ways which are far beyond strict justice. Hashem gives us the benefit of the doubt. He's patient with us. He doesn't punish us according to the way we acted. Many ways Hashem is dealing with us in ways that are far beyond the strict letter of the law.
Okay, let's see.
Because of that, this should also busho bilavovo. This should even add to his embarrassment. The Kadosh Baruch Hu is dealing with him so righteously, so kindly, and yet he's ignoring it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. So halo hachote lemelech. Not sure what bet vav is.
Adam.
Oh, batzav adam. Oh, okay. Uvogade bo v'humekaper lo yavosh mimenu.
Like I think asking this is like a rhetorical question. Does a person who sins against a human king have any atonement from the sin against a human king because he's embarrassed because of it? In general, not.
Uh-huh. Okay, the Amar Hanavi Yecheskel. Let's see, Yecheskel. Alaman Tiskari Boshet the oh, that's the Rizal. Rizal.
I'm no Amr Rizal of the Chakamim.
Oh, okay. This is in Brachot. Said davar aveira mipayesh. Mochlin lo al kol avonotav.
Right. Gemara in Bracha says that a person does an Avera and he is embarrassed because of it, he gets a pardon of all his sins.
Oh, okay. Chematzino, Bishol, Shamar, and this is in Shmuel Aleph. Below Anani od gam biyad hanaviim gam be cholamot. Below he's here orim tumim orim betumim שנתבייש להזכירם לפי שהרג no עיר הכהנים. let's see, וזכות נתבייש מזה נמחלו לו כל עוונותיו שכך אמר לו שמואל. Oh no, that's שכך. Okay.
You see by Shoel that based on the pasuk, you see that Shoel, when he had a serious question to ask, he didn't go to the Urim. He was embarrassed to go to the Urim V'Tumim, which was the possession of the Kohanim. He was embarrassed to go there because he remembered that he killed out the Noiv Irakoinim, right? And in the Zechus that it was Mevayish from this, Mochu Kol Avonosav, it was given a pardon for all of his sins.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Shmuel, the prophet, said to Shoel.
Okay, yeah, let's see. Mahar ata uvinecha ami my ami v'machitzto.
Right. So it said Shmuel, Machar, Shmuel, the prophet, said to Shoel, the king, Ata ubenecha imi, you and your sons will be with me. Imi b'machatzisa, you shall be with me within my dwelling place in Gan Eden. So you see, Shmuel received the prophecy to tell Shoel, the king, that he would be forgiven for his sins, and primarily because of his embarrassment over his sins. Okay, very good. Let's stop here, and we'll continue shortly with the Mishnah Berurah here. Thank you, Eliezer Tzvi, for joining us. Thank you, Lou, for being with us too, and thank you, Mayor, for reading. And we'll be continuing shortly, Mitzvah.
Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Broke to yellow.